streaming studio in the next apartment, and we're looking for an apartment that in mind, so that I have basically my own workroom for that, so I can set up everything just the way I want. We should get rid of things. I've been getting rid of things actually. Because of the moving. I've been clearing out all kinds of garbage we have collected here over the years. It's so strange how you think, oh, I might need this in 7 billion years, and then when you actually go through them and when you're moving or something, you're like, why the hell did I save this back then? So lots of the stuff has been flying into the trash, or there's a what's it called? A thrift store owned by the Salvation Army, I think. Yeah, it owns a thrift store or a second-hand store or whatever it is across the street. So we've donated like boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff there as well. And my wife also uses there's this group in Facebook where people are giving stuff for free within this city. It's actually in multiple other cities as well, but we've been giving away stuff in there as well. And actually it's really nice because we have all kinds of junk we don't need, which is still just usable and good, but we have no use for it. And then there's people who need it, and it's always a good feeling to give that stuff away to someone who actually has some use for it. Like we have had sleeping bags under our beds for. Mine has been there like 15 years or more, probably more actually, like 10, 20 years. And my wife's sleeping bag has been there also for like 10 plus years or something, just collecting dust. They're like they've been used like once or twice or something like that. Totally clean and no holes or anything, just like brand new, just dusty. And we gave them to this really nice guy who has 2 daughters who are both in the Scouts, Girl Scouts, whatever it is. And they actually had really good use for the sleeping bags, so it was really nice to give those to someone who actually needed them. Here have my Satanic Space Marine kits. No, I'm not giving those away. They're all very much still here on the table, sniffing all those nice fumes. Been actually painting them in a couple last days as well, when I haven't been streaming, which probably doesn't help with the shoulder and neck pain. Damn it, well, I did move some of the stuff away from their net puzzles, so I'm not sniffing as much as before. They are in the box that way now, couple meters in there. But those are there because I needed them yesterday. So it's not that as bad as it was previously, but they're still there. I should make like some kind of movable tray for them, so I can just bring it here when I need it and put it somewhere else when I don't need it. Also need to get some more paints. Some of the paints are running out and a couple of them have dried, which sucks. I also noticed that one of the paints isn't sold anymore, which kinda sucks. I need to find out something similar. Plastic boxes, you can put lid on them. That actually is not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Oh, what is that there? There. Fixed. Let's pause that. So we started this new campaign, or this scenario mission, whatever it is, which was like a prequel part of this story. So we need to hire manpower and acquire provisions now. Let's go to the villages first. Border village. The Border second village seemed like a good place to acquire manpower. 50 men expressed willingness to join the expedition and serve as Vasquez peons. They asked for 500 in return. It was a pricey sum, but they knew the expedition did not have a choice. There's your 500 then. How's the story? It's actually pretty interesting. You get tempted by the devil, basically. I'm not sure how much. Well, I guess it's fine to spoil. Basically, you start out as this kind of young guy with his father and mother, and the mother gets killed, and then the father and the son want to go back to the Oregon Trail, and they try to get some gold for that, and then they do some mining, get involved with the Mexican cartels, and all kinds of fun stuff happens there, and then your house gets raided at the end of that part, and it's actually not a robbers or anything, it's actually a corrupt government who got people to ransack basically your place, so you don't actually own the house anymore, and then you go there and go kill everyone. And you become outlaw because it actually was the lawful government taking over your house and not robbers. So you get price tag on your head. Your father gets also tempted by the devil and gets this lucky talisman from the devil, which surprise surprise turns out to be a not good deal, and he gets cursed. And he leaves on his own travels, which is actually the next part we need to do in the story after this one. But anyways, then you meet this girl who lives next door, neighbor. His family gets killed by the robbers as well, so you two hook up. And you and the lady go around. The devil is death? Yeah, not. And then you and the lady go around drinking and gambling everywhere, and the second chapter starts with you and the lady in this bar surrounded by a billion gunmen. Yes, the white devil is the devil, and it's a no-win situation. Both you and the missus get killed, and at your dying breath you make a deal with the devil to get revenge on them, so you pop out of the coffin there powered by some devil juice, and then you go around killing tons and tons of people. Is execution good? It is pretty good. It's pretty good. Also, there's a really awesome character in the second chapter. This taxman. His description is like the best thing ever. He's like harbinger of the end, destroyer of dreams, and blah blah blah. And he's the tax collector. It's so awesome. It's like the best character description ever in any game. But anyways, that's basically the two first chapters. The third chapter after that is dealing with the father's curse. So you play as the father again. We haven't done that yet. And then the one I'm doing at the moment is a prequel. What happened before the whole thing had started. Actually, let me show you. We'll just keep those. Let's go menu. It's easier if I show the campaign here for you. So this is the campaign. You start with here, which is hard times, and then this is the where you do the deal with the devil. This one is the graveyard shift. He's now working as Undertaker, and you play as him in this one. But we completed this, so we went back to here, which is the prequel stuff, Vasquez. And I think this guy was the Mexican crime lord we killed earlier. And then there is this off branch here as well, which we have not done either yet. But anyway, so we are working on this at the moment. So you just unlock the other campaigns once you finish one. Yeah, yes, Knight. It's actually quite interesting way to do. I was kind of hoping, hey Sander, and everyone else I missed, Slomek and but anyways, I was kind of hoping when I saw the game first time that it would have like a really long single campaign, but I actually like how the story is split into parts. Only issue is that whatever you do in one part doesn't actually affect the other parts in any way. So if you get epic loot or anything, it's just for that single chapter, and you don't carry over anything. At least I don't think so. You missed me? Yes, I always miss every one of you. Slomek. Been on a vacation to Spain? Nice. How was Spain? Yeah, it's not too bad. I was hoping it to be a more of like XCOM. Like a lot of people are disappointed the game because they were hoping it was like a XCOM, but it wasn't. But I actually like this as well. In the wilderness they found a rundown but still operational farm. When they approached, the farmers leveled guns at the group, but Diego found the right words to allay their fears. Still the farmers were anything but hospitable. Vasquez tried to acquire provisions. The owner's son made a single offer and did not tolerate any attempts to haggle. $300 for a pile of food, he specified by pointing his gun at it. There we go. Got my first booster back from Steve yesterday. Nice, Sander. You met some Finnish people there, so the vacation was ruined. Yeah, I know. Finnish people on a holiday is not a fun thing to see. Because we cannot handle our alcohol, and we just are obnoxious, drunken idiots wherever we go. The man accepted the money and walked off, saying that they could come back later if they needed more. Hey, Chesinoza. Yeah, it gives you like 3 cards, Knight Basiliska, for that game. She was cute and sober. Nice. That's okay, I guess. Slomek. Vasquez told his men to set up camp in the ruins. The group's new goal was to find a way to cross the river. Meanwhile, the Inquisitor's state was worsening. They would need to patch him up and send him back before moving on. The expedition's current main camp, where all the supplies and peons were located, along with any injured men. Use the scouts to find a way to cross the river, send Inquisitor to safety, tend to Inquisitor's wounds. Let's check the Cervantes, the Inquisitor. Feverish and riddled with open wounds, Cervantes muttered darkly about angels and demons as he twisted in the puddle of blood and sweat. They could have sent him off in this state, but having Zagarias patch him up first would be a smarter option. So we need a bottle of liqueur. Let's send in the scouts. I was like, I know a guy from Finland. I forgot not everyone knows how Twitch works. She looked at me confused. Yeah. Had a game in one of those, like sort of Magic the Gathering with. Oh, that actually would be really cool. Cool night. I would love that actually. Steam the Gathering game that actually involved those cards. Scouts could be sent to explore an area. 6 provisions. Let's send them to the riverbank. Nearby they discovered a wrecked steamboat. More importantly, downriver the peons discovered some old docks. It seemed like an ideal spot for crossing the river on raft. Funny if I got the Merchant of Gaiden pack and it looks like Bell bought that game. Yeah, I did. Someone mentioned it was super cheap a couple days ago. It was like 90% off or something, like €1 and something. And I was like, oh, I want to get that as well. Because I've been actually looking at that game and wanted to try it out. You would be then motivated to play all the shit. Yeah. I need to be more motivated to play all the shit. He did. Damn you, Sandam. Let's send the scouts again. To the west. Scout discovered a location downriver that seemed perfect for fishing or mining gold. They also spotted an old sawmill. Wood could be secured there. It also seemed like a good spot for hunting. Nice. Let's go leave. See what's in here. I don't want manpower at the moment. Let's see the wreckage. Wrecked steamboat. A wrecked steamboat could be found on the riverbank. It looked to have been there several years, though it had long since been looted. It could be dismantled for raft wood. 12 men were ordered to assemble the wreck. As the men were taking the boat apart, it became unstable and collapsed. The peons panicked and fled the scene. Let's go back. See the trapper shop. The shop offered a variety of weapons and equipment. This is very cheap too. Let me see that. Murdered. Sole suspect. What kind of game is that? It's an humble bundle. Did they just get scared off and run away? Yes, they did. Sole suspect is really bad though. It's a game where you're a dead detective. Doesn't sound like my type of game that much. I do want to sell that though. See the old sawmill. The crew found an old sawmill near the woods. Though it had not been used in years, it's still good. It could still be of use to Vasquez's expedition. Let's search the woods. Vasquez considered sending the men to search nearby woods for anything useful other than food. 6 men were required for the effective search. Odds were that all of them would make it home safely. Bye bye, guys. The men returned empty-handed. Hope it's better detective game that Noir shit. Which one you mean? The LA Noir, Sandam? That was an awesome game. Let's chop down these trees. Vasquez considered sending men to cut wood for the rafts. It would require 10 men, and there was a risk of serious injury as the men had little experience as lumberjacks. It's fine. It's fine. With a decent amount of wood. No one died. So we got 13 out of 40. Hardwest is worth to buy. I've actually liked it so far, Strian. Quite a lot. It's not an XCOM type of game if you are looking for XCOM. It does have a bit similar combat system, but Other than that, it's quite nice. Dimitri sent me. Nice. Hey, Lesmeister, how's it going? Let's not organize a hunt yet. So there's a Fate Trader here. Send some people over. Nice, thank you, Stalker. So, Bell, what would you recommend to buy? Hey, Patati and Papaman Bear, Furry, and Baskinger. Do you know Marbozir? Is that a YouTuber, if I remember correctly? You're playing a lot of games. Yeah. I know, kinda know him, Baskinger. I haven't really watched anything like that, anything from him. But I know someone else was saying a long time ago that he plays a lot of stuff like me, and that I should look at his stuff. Don't trust midgets, but he sells nice stuff. Far from civilization, they stumbled on an odd but inviting stand manned by an ancient toothless dwarf. He invited them to peruse his eclectic assortment of wares. They asked the midget if he could sell them any alcohol. The dwarf's gnarled hands revealed several bottles of whiskey, which he handed to Vasquez. He refused all payment for them, insisting that the fate has to take its course, though we do get our share of freedom. The men were confused but accepted graciously. That guy is just as confused as Bell on what to play. Maybe. I don't know, Sandam. What kind of games are you looking to buy? Shotgun revolver. Ooh. The repeater rifle is really good as well. Let's buy both of these. Oops. Bell's indecision is easily solved. Play more 4X and more turn-based strategy games. That liqueur is going to be poison? Yeah, it could be. Hey, CG Cray. And of course more builders. Sadly, they need to make more of those games. You get a rifle. Actually, the Derringer is quite nice. Nah, let's keep it like that. Oh, we have 4 people. Let's see. You get the shotgun. And you get that Derringer as well. Such a nice looking people we have. Let's go drop the whiskey back to the home here. Let's treat the Inquisitor with 2 bottles of liqueur. You say that, Bill, but I see a lot of channels that pretty much pull games out of their ass, since they play only those and just come up with more and more. Think you just got spoiled by a new game syndrome? Maybe. But newer games, everything has to be new and shiny. Well, I've been playing a lot of indie. It's not really true. Like what have we played last? This one, Ori. What was before that? Anyways, when's the last time I played an EA game? The Fallout 4? 2 months ago? Too much pixelated junk. But I like my pixelated junk. I didn't try it yet, no, Night. I need to do it. So we can play some more pixelated junk. But it is definitely easier to play newer games and stream them because they actually work usually when streaming. compared to old ones that you have to fight to actually get even to show up properly. I know you would want me to play some older games like Emperor and stuff. Cervantes was resting now. His condition was better now that Zacharias has done some work on him, but he was still in no state to continue the journey. Let's have the peons carry Cervantes to the next town.
Wild-eyed and shouting, Cervantes called to Vasquez as the peons carried him off. Grasping Vasquez's arm like a drowning man, he raved that they must follow the Red Star. Diego shook his head sadly. Zacharias merely raised an eyebrow. Vasquez would never forget the raw conviction in the Inquisitor's eyes.
Play some old console games? Yeah, I probably should. I wanna play the Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2 at some point. It's a good combination. It's an old game, it's a Final Fantasy, and it's also a strategy game, so I should play that. And I enjoyed it a shit ton. You only play indie when you get totally desperate and just grab something random? Maybe. Sometimes, definitely not. But like this game is an indie and we wanted to try this when we saw the Kickstarter already. Let's see these river banks. This spot looks suitable for mining gold from the river. Let's go send these guys to mine gold for me. Peon successfully mined some gold. 8 coins. Nice. It is possible. Knight. I guess we need to use this more. Will you be playing the new Homeworld? Yes, I will, CG Cray. I actually applied for a review copy for that, and I think I might be getting it. So when that happens, I will. As long as it actually runs on my PC. And yes, I need to play the remake as well, which I still don't have the remake. I haven't been able to buy it yet. Let's check this hunting. The nearby woods sheltered a decent amount of wildlife, as well as some wild berries. 8 men would be needed to forage for food. They would probably make it home safely. And return with food. Nice. Got some trees for me. So, do I just spam this got trees here? It seems. There we go. Oops. You get the remake with the new Homeworld? Yeah, I do. If I don't get the review copy, then I'll just buy it myself and get the old one with the new one. Let's check this western riverbank as well. This desert spot looked suitable for mining, but the waters were infested with alligators. Mine here might be worth the risk, however. I don't think we are feeding anyone to the alligators. Let's just go to the old docks. Everything was in place. They could start the operation soon. Constructing the rafts and loading the men and supplies onto them would take time, however, and Vasquez had a feeling that they had been noticed. He and his posse prepared to stand guard while the peons built and loaded the rafts. O'Connell suggested that he could supervise the peons instead of standing guard. Let's send O'Connell there. I actually sent them an email. Send them. They haven't replied yet. Let's check the cards. This is really nice, this card system. You have like these playing cards, and they do different abilities. And if you have a proper hand of them, you get added bonuses. And there's like this cannibal, you can eat human flesh, beast hearing, scavenger, ricochet. Is it just me, or does this guy sound very Finland? Yes, I am very Finnish. Lesmeister. I am from Finland. I'm watching Bleach doing a playthrough of it. Silly game, but looks fun. It does, Sundam. Exactly that. Silly game, but looks fun. I really want to give it a try. Do you know, Sundam? I saw there was a pre-order option. Do you get the game immediately, like the early version of that, if you do that? Or are those some copies they got from the developers? The accent always a giveaway. You would think so, Lesmeister, but a lot of people have a very huge difficulty placing where I'm from the accent. A lot of people think I'm Scottish, for example. A lot of people think I'm Russian or German. And much less people think I'm Finnish. They usually go for a Scottish, Irish, German or Russian. Then some people place it somewhere in Scandinavia. And even less people like... usually it's Scandinavians who know that it's Finnish accent. Iceland maybe? Most of the time I hear Swedish. It's nothing like Swedish. Hey Pegly. Swedish accent is very, very noticeable when you hear them speak English as well. It's nothing like Finnish speaking English. I don't know how Icelandic people sound when they talk in English. Let's go to the combat. Yeah, go listen to Half Dunsken stream sometimes.
Attacked. Vasquez and his crew held the invaders off as long as they could. Meanwhile, the peons continued hauling supplies.
Enemies have been alerted. Hey, Hazarus. The reason why they think it's Scottish is the R's. I bet they sound cold. I think that's all Scandinavians, Jera. Actually, that in mind, I'm gonna go and close my balcony door because my toes are freezing off. It's really damn cold here this week. Like tomorrow was -20 and later in the week we are getting -30 or something. Not saying I hear it that way. I hear other people say that of Finnish people, like other Finnish streamers. It probably depends a lot also which part of Finland you are, Knight, because parts of the Finland are also very heavy Swedish speakers, so they might be picking up some accent there, or they might be from Finland but actually speak English as their Swedish as their main language. Like Netquist. Netquist is from Finland as well, but he can barely talk or even write any Finnish. Like when I talk with Net, or well, write with Net, we always use English because it's so much easier for both of us. But he's from like a city that has like 95% Swedish speakers or something like that. So basically everyone is using Swedish in there. Best accent Bell got is when he says 30. Can shoot from here. Hold off bandits until basic provisions are loaded. You don't see anyone. That's pretty good damage. Eight damage from the musket. Feels like it went down 10 degrees. It definitely did go like 10 or more decrease. Throw in a few battle scanners. Yeah, that would be nice. Just give me a Overwatch. That would be nice. I think I could kill this guy by going here. This guy has a lot of luck, so it's fine. Well, that's not... We are flanking this guy, but still very low hit chance. That sucks. There we go. Reload your musket. Seems like there's a lot of enemies. Let's get you back in there. I should actually probably move the old man, switch these guys. Still can't believe you haven't played Omerta, Tactics and Building in the same game. I don't know, something about that game just hasn't piqued my interest yet. And I probably should. I think Stalker played it quite a long time ago, and I think he enjoyed that game quite a lot. I even have it. I think I got it for free from somewhere like Grimman Gaming at some point. Omerta is a game I should like. Yeah, it's probably a game I should like as well. Well, let's just take a shot from here. So very low chances, but it kills some luck from him. But the Gangster N60's vibe just doesn't chill with me. Yeah, I can see that, Knight. Although I'm kind of same with you. It's a definite time period I'm not really super into.
The supplies were loaded. They can make a run for it
but on the other hand, I really liked
giving the peons time to load absolutely everything.
Like the time period in Eleanor. Oh hey, hello. Did the XCOM guys make this? No. Ow. This is totally different people. I wonder if I can use this here. This actually is not good. Where do we escape, by the way? Oh, here. Maybe we should pull back a bit then. It's not just about the date, but how much they focus on the data, like XCOM third person game. We have no issues with, but it's just a superficial theme. Yeah, I think I also need some kind of something extra, not just a 60s gangster theme, but it needs something a bit more, like some kind of supernatural element or something like that in there. Like this game, I don't think I would like this just if this was a pure Wild West XCOM type of game. But since there is this kind of Lovecraftian devil and demons part as well, I think I enjoy this much more because of that. This is not good.
The remaining provisions were loaded.
There's
It was
flamethrowers.
time to leave.
It's time to leave. Can we get everyone out this turn? Yeah, I think so. There we go. I didn't heal myself.